What is going on all? It is Hadix Gaming here, and today I'm bringing you some Necesse community builds. We have 4 users today. The first will be my own, that some of you have wanted to see. Second is Jack35's Medieval Town. The third one is one of Necesse's developers, none other than Jonas himself. And fourth is Dacky Bear with his insane 800 plus settler build. So let's jump into my world. Here we've got my circular island surrounded with walls and guards stationed at every entrance. The inspiration for this build was just a central island that tried to incorporate a little bit of everything within Necesse. As you can see, I have a storage room in the middle with crafting stations to make everything possible. I then have some farmland surrounding the area with every single crop that can be grown, and even an animal pen to breed every single animal. We've got chickens, pigs, cows, sheep, and then down here I had some penguins, but for some odd reason the screenshot didn't quite show them. So working around my map, I have a snowy area down the bottom here with a crystal cave that I've created and a unique katana placed in the middle just to kind of give it some atmosphere and some story. Following counterclockwise, I've got my autumn plains, and then a small cemetery with a single tombstone in the middle. Connected to this is my outdoor or surface caves that I've tried to replicate to look like a swamp or the inside of the swamp caves. This is where I house my incursion portal, as I feel like it just fits the atmosphere. I've also placed some of the cute little water lanterns as well to give it that kind of atmosphere and nighttime vibe. Following that, I then have my small little desert area, or my little oasis. But that is the entirety of my build. The rest is just housing. And if there's anything else you would like to see me do with mine, I've got another whole half of the circle here, and I'd love to hear what you guys can come up with. I've also added some speed flags all around the island. These are so that my settlers permanently get a speed buff no matter where they are on the island. So you can see I've got them here, there's some around here, some in the cave, everywhere, so that way everywhere is covered. I'm not going to jump into my world and have a walkthrough, as it's pretty standard. It's just a fully functional world where all the settlers are all automated. So here it is at night, all lit up, so that way I can do what I need to whilst it's nighttime and still be able to see what I'm doing. Showcasing the next build, we have Jack35's with his amazing medieval build. I actually want to have a walkthrough of this one, so I'm just going to quickly go over each section and then jump into the world itself. So down the bottom, we've got the peasants or the villagers with their livestock and farmland. And then this would all get sold off into the city somewhere here where all the citizens live. We've got some cool areas. All the housing is so uniquely designed and it just looks very natural. There's even castle lighting and beacons around the entire island just so that it gets adequate light. There's a little pier on the left hand side over here, which is really cute, probably for the fishermen. And then over to the right, we have the docks with a really cool and really creative boat design. And just as a fun fact, Jack mentioned that he took inspiration from RuneScape, and I do kind of get a Port Sarim vibe from the docks here. Following through, we go over the bridge and onto the Royalty Island. This is probably where a king or queen or even some sort of royalty live. There's only one throne, but here there's a cute garden, a incursion portal, which actually just looks like a rundown water fountain with how it's decorated. And here there's a little teleporter as well. Zooming into the throne room, I actually do get a Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past vibe from here. And I'm not sure why it is. I think it's the carpet, but I'm not 100% sure why I get that vibe. Let me know if you get that vibe too. And then checking out the build at nighttime, it's all very well lit up within the main living areas and the castle. But down the bottom, the farmers will have to fend for themselves again. So let's jump in and have a quick nosy through the world. Alright, jumping into Jack's medieval world, here we've got the village side of the islands. Down here you can see the livestock, the farmland, and then if we cross the bridge, we enter the city. Now in the city, it feels very homey with different tasks going on all around. You can see here we've got ores and armor and an anvil for people smithing and smelting. Over here we've got more of the docks and the fishermen. even the cute little boat over here that I mentioned earlier. So then if we follow back, we'll follow the main path over to the Royalty Island. Crossing the middle area of the town, we've got a cute little square here where probably everyone catches up to meet. And then over here we have the homestones. Now because I've downloaded the world, I don't think the homestones work correctly as it didn't link to anything. We've also got, which I missed, a cute little church here and a cemetery on the side. Crypt coffin. So continuing up to the Royalty Island, as we travel over the bridge, we get introduced by a lovely flower garden and then straight to the throne room. Over here on the left, we can see probably the sleeping quarters of the king and queen, the dresses, all decorated nicely, cute little library, and some extra attention to detail like the armor sets, some of the weapons and powerful items, and then their dining halls. And then the kitchen on the back here. I think this is a kitchen at least. And then I'm assuming this is a wine cellar over here as well. So this island has been absolutely phenomenal and shows just how creative someone can be. With that tour out of the way, we jump into one of the developers' worlds, none other than Jonas himself. While showcasing this world, you may have heard him before. He often introduces himself with an intro like, "Hi, I'm Jonas, developer of Necesse." Anyways, this world may look familiar, as Necesse have often used this in some of its trailers and showcases. So just zooming into the world, it is a very unique design. It didn't look like any of the other two we just went through, and this is what I really like about Necesse. Comparing that to mine or Jack's is vastly different build styles and just shows how different everyone can play the game. I really like his open farming fields over here with just a little fence post surrounding them. It gives it a really separated look and keeps the crops looking like there's a designated area. I also really enjoyed the incursion room having some of the unique flooring and carpentry, whilst also giving it that creepy portal vibe. Following that, the farmland over here is really cool too. The flooring here has actually been used really well. It should blend a bit better, but that being said, it does look like a muddy pathway that the farmers have constantly trudged mud through. And no doubt, these pumpkins here are from all the leftover Halloween crops. Jumping over to nighttime, we can see that the island is pretty well lit up, but some of the areas I really enjoyed are the floating lanterns over here where the fisherman lives. And then also over by the lake here, we've got the crystal glow at nighttime, which is really cool and a unique way to do. I haven't seen anyone else use crystals for lighting as of yet. And then just over by the dock here, we've got a little lantern placed by the floor, and then the floating boats. The floating boats adds a nice sense of life to the game, and it's a really cool design feature that I haven't seen anyone use. Whether it was intentional or not, it definitely adds the fact that there were people playing, and it makes it look like the boats just happened to be there. Finally, we jump into Daki Bear's 800 plus settler concrete jungle or Nessian Utopia. This map houses over 800 settlers. And what's crazy about all of this is this has all been done without cheats. Every single piece has been crafted by himself and placed and designed. Each area is almost zoned into color coordinated districts with working railway roads all throughout so that all the settlers can traverse around. There's an absolutely phenomenal build which incorporates everything, and every settler on this map is happy and well fed. And this is due to the many areas of the map. We've got farmland scattered all around the outside. We've got livestock scattered throughout everywhere else. And then on top of that, there are multiple storage locations for all the settlers to be storing everything. This is an insane build and something that I could never even dream of doing. I'm definitely not this creative, and my little circular island only covered probably less than half of what this build is. This build really does showcase the creativity of Necesse. Over here we've got a snowy area with a snowman, probably Christmas themed later on. And then everywhere else there's dead trees, there's ones that are alive, There is just way too much going on this map that it would take me such a long time to go through it all. We've got fruit trees down here, little berry bushes along the sides and walkways, and then on top of that, there is a settler in pretty much each bed, all with their own armor sets, some of them that are even maxed armor sets from the incursions. So I'm going to jump into this world now and take a walk through to see how it plays out. Now it may be a little laggy as there is 800 settlers all trying to automate all of their tasks. So I'm going to jump in, see how it goes, and if not, I'll jump into it without the settlers. So here I am in the middle of the city, but as you can see, it's extremely laggy and they just can't keep up. So I'm going to swap to a settler-free world and have a wander through. As I wander through, I just want to say thank you to all those who contributed for this video. I appreciate you letting me do this, and I'd love to see more builds hitting the Necesse Discord. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and here's a quick overview of all the worlds and their creators. I hope to see you all next time, and I wish you all a happy time zone. That means good morning, good afternoon, or good night. Until the next video, I'll see you then.